Hitting my desk.
In the only building this franchise has ever known. We're at the home of the Texans. Welcome to NRG Stadium in Houston. Cairo Santos out for the opening kick. And away we go from NRG Stadium. Return coming from the 6. Uh-oh, it's a fumble on the opening kick. And they dodge a turnover there on the return. Ooh, got the hearts racing a little earlier than they wanted. My heart's racing up here, but fortune on their side this time, partner, as they do get the ball back and are going to have their opening possession after all.
Yeah, it definitely spooks you a little bit, and you got to now make sure as an offense you settle things down. Maybe a good reminder, too, in the huddle. Hey, boys, let's make sure we take care of this football.
They run it. It's the rookie out of Michigan State. And he stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond.
On the ready. Ready.
On the toss, here's Elliott. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Here we go, second and very long. Finds him over the middle. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
To the air, third and long. That finds Elliott complete. And he goes out, just needed one more step to reach midfield. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
Lone back gets the handoff. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
These defensive ends today are so good, Kate, with their hands, and it's often right off the jump. If you can win with your hands, if you can create space, you could get a tackle behind the line of scrimmage.
Back to the line they go. It's second down.
Here we go. Shaq. Check up.
Throwing off the play fake here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand.
They're on him again, and he goes down again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough fourth down. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. That one an impressive 57-yard kick. And it'll be Giants football. They're out and set, first and 10.
Here we go.
They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. From the gun, here's a body conduct. Who swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Eric Armstead there on the stop. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. Third down coming up.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. From the gun is Purdy. Launches one deep downfield, and it is picked up by Justin Reed. And the Texans are going to have it after his second interception of the season. Not the auspicious debut they'd certainly hoped for on that opening drive. The coverage, impressive, taking their first possession away with that interception.
Hey, it is tough to play a clean game in this league. The caliber of defenders are awesome. You just hope that eventual missteps happen at a less meaningful moment than your opening series. You don't want to make it any harder to get your rhythm and get your passing game going.
Let's go now.
Working inside the red zone. Oh, no touchdown. It's intercepted. And the Giants are going to have it after his second interception of the season.
You know, Kate, one of the tenets of the West Coast system that I was fortunate to play in, touchdown to check down. Touchdown to check down. You get in the red zone, it's touchdown to check down. You can't put the ball in harm's way. That's a brilliant job by the defense with their coverage, baiting the quarterback into the throw. But you got to sail that one into the stands. Touchdown or check down. You can't possibly give an interception in that situation.
It's a gain of 12 there. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Tackled on the play by Taylor Rapp. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it, except for this defense. It just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
3rd and long, Purdy. And as that one falls incomplete, all eyes shifting to the flag that was thrown. If it's defensive, we've got a first down here. They got the interference call on 3rd down, and that keeps this drive going with a new set of downs. They'll run here following the penalty. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3. Jukes out a one-stop. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
Pretty throwing here on 1st. Reeled in by George Kittle. And he winds up out of bounds, and that's going to be the end of the 1st quarter. Welcome back. We'll begin this 2nd quarter with the Giants in possession. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Shotgun snap for Purdy. Into the hands of Kittle. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up 2nd down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. It is Cup, left side. And he takes it in. Touchdown, New York. The Giants get the game's first points here in the 2nd. Now Cairo Santos on to add the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. starting from the 5. Returns looking good so far. They track him down, but a nice return in the end there, Brock. He's out to the 38. The Texans set up nicely as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. He's contained at the line for no gain. Bobby Okereke making that stop. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
At the 38-yard line.
They're throwing it. Brought in by Elliott. Avoids a defender. We've got a foot race. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
1st and 10 from the 41.
Let's go now.
Throwing with a blitz on the way. We've got a screen for the running back. And he's brought down for a loss.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that 1st down because you call a screen on 1st, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, the defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
Curtis Samuel's there for the catch. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. And he sent a man in motion. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
That's caught by Hollywood Brown. And he's in! Touchdown, Houston! The Texans can tie it up in the 2nd after cutting into the lead. It's a Marquise Brown touchdown. Younghoe Koo on for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Texans tie this game 7-7. Reed now to kick this one away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Purdy. St. Brown there to bring it in. He will go! Touchdown, New York! The Giants need only 1 to take the lead. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the touchdown. His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we've got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker. So they tag him for roughing the kicker. And now this kickoff's going to come from the 50. Let's see if they loft in and try to stick him deep. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Go!
They'll come out throwing. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs. Big play gets him across midfield, sets him up 1st and 10 from the 40.
Let's go!
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
Here we go, Shaq!
From the 31. That'll be complete to Elliott. It is in! Touchdown, Houston! The Texans can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. So the offense showing a slightly different dimension there, Brock, getting the running back involved with his hands for the touchdown.
Yeah, such an advantage. I think when you think about it, Kate, it really is about the 80s where we start to see these running backs not just tote the ball as runners, but be real weapons when they get the ball in the passing game. Yeah. That's well done.
Reed now to kick this one away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 30.
19 tight.
Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Rolling left, buying some time. Now here he goes. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. The play brought to an end by Logan Wilson. Second and 6 coming up here. From the 34. Complete over the middle. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Now Purdy. Into traffic, complete. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10.
Ready, go!
Shotgun handoff to Abani Kanda. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. The Giants moving quickly. They're in the hurry up here. From midfield on 2nd down. That throw finds Kittle. And a solid gain there. Gets him across the 45 before he goes out. That's good for 7 yards. And the Giants will have a first down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along your route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Back to the air on 2nd, Purdy. And he'll be touchdown after a big play. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Able to hit home, complete. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. Timeout calls, and that's going to be the 2nd for New York. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. 4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Timeout coming from the Texans. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. To throw again, it's Purdy. Has it down close. He has the New York touchdown. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even in early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. He fields it from the 8. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. First and 10, but only time left for maybe a couple of plays here. They'll throw to begin this drive. That one's caught along the left sideline.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt, or an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Here comes the final play of our first half. A final throw before the break. Throwing for the end zone. Intercepted in the end zone. And the Giants intercept the final throw for the end zone, and that is how our first half's going to end.
21, Texans 14.
Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Reed now to kick this one away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Amani Kanda now up the middle. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Second down now, 7 to go. Back to throw. Here's Purdy. Kittle brings it in. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
Third and just 2 to go. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. That's caught for the first. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. They get 13 on the pickup. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
Here we go.
St. Brown, the receiver, in motion right. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
Tried to mix in a little wide receiver carry and catch this defense on its heels. We've seen it work time and again, and it almost got there. Without that tackle, we could have seen a big gainer. To give some credit to the defense, what credit is due.
Works his way. The ball's out. The ball's out. He lost it. Oh, and they get it back. The play's still live. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down. Almost the impact play this defense was searching for, but they could only get half the job done, partner. Fumble forced, but they couldn't recover.
I'll tell you what else it forces, though. That coordinator, that play caller on the other side, now got a little bit of doubt about his ball handlers. Got to have better ball security than that.
And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it first and goal. Amani pushing for the end zone, and he lost the football. It's not loose. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Giants picked up the fumble and ran it home. That right there was impressive, Brock. Even with a fumble, absolutely no panic on his part. Finding that football, keeping the play going, and taking it in for 6.
I am just hearing my old offensive coordinator, Tom Moore, say, whoever plays the hardest the longest wins. And that's what you got to do. You got to play harder. You got to play longer than your opponent. And when you get an opportunity, go seize it.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. Big lick from the coverage team there. That's going to stop the return before it can get to the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Dropping back to throw. Hits his running back. And he crosses the sideline a yard or 2 beyond, it looks like the 30.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. With 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 32. He'll get this one to Brown. And what a hit there. Ouch, he pays the price for moving the chains that time.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Now looking to throw. Has a man, it's Brown. And he's taken down at the 30. They'll get 18 yards there. And it sets up a Houston 1st.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Oh, what a hit! Jars the ball loose! And it's picked out by the Giants!
You know, this just can't happen on 1st down. It really can't. I mean, ball security's a premium on every down, every distance. But on 1st down, it is especially a killer.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Purdy setting up that play action. This has been a trend, yet another interception. Ernest Jones with the pick. And the Texans take over on his 5th interception of the season. Well, okay, I guess we've got a couple of very giving teams today, Brock. One side coughs it up with a fumble. Then the other side graciously hands it right back with the interception.
Hey, listen, if you like playmaking defenses, then you like this game right here. These defenses, they're the ones supplying the big plays, and they're putting their stamp on this game. This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Completed over the middle. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
That one's out and cut on the right side. They'll have 1st and goal to go now after they gained 18 on the previous play.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
1st down from the red zone. The throw is caught. Touchdown, Houston. Koo on now for the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Texans chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Kickoff taken at the 3. He's stopped on the return at the 27. A touchdown aside in that frame as we run out of time in the third quarter. It's the Giants with the ball trying to close out what would currently be a win. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Go.
They'll give up the gut to Abanikanda. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Again, it's Abanikanda. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 + 4 + 4 equals a first down.
From the 44 here on 2nd down. We've got a screen to the running back. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Okay, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And he calls for the fair catch, and he's got it at the 14-yard line. No return on that punt. And the Texans' drive is going to start from deep in their own territory. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Reload. Ready.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it. Second down now, 7 to go. Setting up a throw. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Elliott running out of the gun. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. Give him 13 on that play. And the Texans are going to have a first down.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Dump off caught by his back. And this is through the midfield stripe and onto the Giants side of the field.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Second down now, 7 to go.
Here we go, set.
From the 47. They'll just throw it away, but here comes the flag. There was nobody in the neighborhood of that one. No one in the area. He was still in the pocket. Seems like a pretty cut and dry intentional grounding to me.
Seems like you want to be an official someday, Kate.
Maybe.
Yeah, because you nailed that one.
What a clutch play late. He intercepts it. And the Giants get it back on his 6th interception of the season. Well, he's had the kind of scoring day you love to see out of him. 3 touchdowns in the book so far, but now 3 interceptions thrown as well. Gotta do without those.
Yeah, you do. The aggressiveness has helped him find the end zone several times, but it's also led him to find defenders several times as well. You got to figure this out. It's a quarterback teeter-totter. How to dial the mistakes back while keeping that aggressive mindset as well.
They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Ready?
This one's caught. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. That takes us to the 2-minute warning in Houston. Giants feeling lucky with a 7-point lead. Another snap from the 8 here. It's 2nd and goal. Going with Abanikanda on the ground. And he drives forward for a little, maybe to the 7. Give him maybe a yard on that play, Brock. Still 7 to go on 3rd and goal. And right away we get a timeout from the defense. 1:51 to go. So now here's 3rd and goal. He'll throw it. And that is the catch that should end this game and seal this win. Touchdown! When you reach the status that he has around the league, Brock, well, we all at this point expect him to be making plays like this when he's targeted down near the end zone.
Yeah, I think the best thing I can say about this dude is he makes it look easy a lot of the time. And this game, trust me, is never easy. It speaks to how well he plays this position.
Texans 21. Cairo Santos set to kick off.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Blackshear on the return. Trying to break a return. Oh, no, he lost the football! And no turnover. It's going to stay with the offense. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Let's go.
On the carry, this is Abanikanda. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
I think we got to be careful, and I'll raise my hand of thinking that play was just a nothing burger. Because what can happen from that, Kate, is he put some nice toppings on it. A play-action pass, a shot that comes down the road from what looked like a very plain play.
Running once more with Abanikanda. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. 5 yards on the play. They could just do that again. 3rd and 2 coming up.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
Setting up for the kneel down on 3rd. He'll go to a knee, and that defense can only stop the clock 2 more times.
They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down.
So it's a win for the visiting Giants. And this was the type of response you always hope to see after a loss, Brock. Get right back out there and find a way to win the following.